This is the patio. It's still the exterior. It's kind of like a little bonus round, if you will. You know, I just had some time. I've been on a ladder just kind of staring at this stuff and going at it and looking at the sealant here and just kind of paying attention to what the builder's intent might be. And you know what, I'm going to look it up, I think. You know, if I got a little bit of time. But I'm thinking that if it were my house, so I'm overstepping my bounds a little bit here, I'm going for best practices, but it would be reasonable to assume that if you put tape over here, this would be an improvement. It would be an insulation improvement. It would be a betterment of this system. And so I can't help, if that's the way I'd want to do it on my house, if that's the way the builder would want to do it on his house, I think that your house should be done as well as mine or the builder's house. And I'm thinking all these staples should be sealed with this tape. Now, there might be some argument here. Again, I'm going to do a little bit of research myself. I might lose this argument, but you can't tell me that that wouldn't be an improvement. That wouldn't be a best building practices. You can't tell me that wouldn't be the smart thing to do. You say, I don't have to do that. If that's your best excuse, didn't have to, don't have to do that. If that's your best excuse, I mean, sometimes it is my best excuse. But I hate for it to be my best excuse. I'd hate this. Builders say, oh, I didn't have to do that. You know what? You know, well, there it is. Now, we already talked about this, but I got the paint out, so I emphasize that we've got a gap in our plumbing right over here. And I warned you about the birds already, but they're not here. And I also talked about the fact that this isn't insulated, but I got it all sprayed with pink paint here. We already talked about that there should be a connector here, but I put it here in case somebody didn't go to Connector University. It happens, believe it or not. And even right here where we're missing our fire blocking, and you know, and then it can even go up further in there. I can see inside. Look there. I can see inside the room right there. I'm going to go back up there and put some paint up on that. I'm glad I didn't take the ladder down. Moving on along the side of here, just kind of, you know, help illustrate my point. But you can see the daylight all around that guy. You sure can. And then when you're over here, can you? You see the daylight up in the corner? You see the daylight coming up from that? I might have to go up the stairs. I'm trying to find a shortcut. We all like to find shortcuts. That's one of the biggest reasons I have my job. Is look for shortcuts. Oh, look at that. This is ruined. This step is ruined. Okay, it's delaminated. Oh, it's just delaminated. No, it's ruined by delamination. Caused it to be ruined. Okay. Over here, over the fireplace, we saw that other leak. If you just kind of steady right in there, you see the daylight coming through? I do. Kind of looks orange because we've got some orange tape. We've got some reflections from the daylight. That's what we got.